Hi, this is Jen Falloon with Vorse Investment, and I just wanted to talk on the topic for just a little bit on the conundrum of why, as humans, we are so afraid of risk, which is really crazy because we risk every day, all day long. We are at risk. When we are eating junk food, we are at risk of becoming diabetic. We are at risk of heart disease. When we are driving down the road, we are at risk of, other drivers. In 2008, I was in a crazy freak accident where a lady fell asleep at the wheel, jumped the median and hit me head on. Completely freak accident, had nothing to do with, like just random crazy episode. Um, but every day I get in a car, I take that same risk. We all take that risk. We take a risk, having our money in the bank. Look at all the banks that collapse. Um, we life is full of risk. If you fly and you get on an airplane, it's incredibly rare, but there is the risk that plane can crash. But do we stop living lives? No, we live our lives every day. We thoughtlessly get in our cars and drive to work and drive to the grocery store. We go to the gym. Like we could have barbells fall on us. The building could collapse. Our own homes could collapse. These are all risks we take for granted in life. We just go through life because we just, even if we refuse to ever leave our home, there could be a gas explosion and your home explode, right? There could be a tornado and your home implodes, right? So just living is a risk. So if we're not afraid to get in the car, we're not afraid to eat junk food, we're not afraid to go to the gym, like why are we afraid of investing our money? Why do we feel like the stock market is such a safe alternative when time after time we have seen people lose their lives, their 401ks, their retirements, their, years of financial savings right down the tube? And so why is it the things that, well, I can't really say safer because there's risk, again, there's risk in everything, but if you can mitigate those risks, right, and invest in something secure, something tangible, something that you can see, smell, touch, and actually have a pride of ownership in, where you get tax benefits. Like, why are people afraid of that? And is it because, is that a self-sabotage? Like, we know we could do better. Like, we know in America, in the land of opportunity, no matter where you came from or what your education is or what your financial background is, we all have the potential to start businesses and be millionaires. So why don't we do it? And I think it comes back to that fear of risk, right? And we've been taught, to have a financial advisor is like, that's safe. And it's one of the worst things you can do. We've been taught having a 401k is safe. That's one of the worst things you can do, because when that money is gone, it's gone forever. And yes, there is risk in real estate. There is risk in a syndication, but with a good syndicator, we really try hard to mitigate those risks. We have an incredibly conservative underwriting that we share with you. We make sure that you understand all the numbers. We audit our management company. We're making sure that the management companies that we have in place are doing their job ethically, honestly. There's no embezzlement. And if there is, we catch it so early that there's really not a lot of damage that can be done. And we're very quick to mitigate those damages, right? So what is it you're really afraid of? And the fact is, you can start with $100 if you had it. We have a platform for that. So teaching financial literacy. And is it that you feel that you are so stuck in that middle class mindset that this can't possibly be for you? Like, it's so wrong. Like, we really need to change our mindset, right? And we need to understand and educate ourselves. why this is such a lucrative investment. My son is selling Amazon stores. He sells Amazon stores to the number one Amazon distributor or Amazon's partner, to open these stores and teach people how to run these stores. Um, 90 minutes a week is all it takes. And they have a money back guarantee. So even if you completely hated it, they're going to give you your money back in 10 months if you haven't made your money back. Like, these are great claims. They have 100% success rate in growth and making their people um their money back. And so why won't people do that? And I hear my son on calls every day and he's excited and he's love it. And we have a couple. And so the people are like, oh, we just don't know. We're just afraid of being ripped off. Well, you're getting ripped off by your financial advisor every day. Every time he moves your money, he gets a commission. Every time you want to cash out, like, he's going to take his commission. And why is that okay? But not risking um, having a passive cash flowing business. Why is that not okay? Right? Why is it okay that, there are people that love to gamble at the boats and go to casinos, and that's fun and it's great if it's recreation, but there are people that, like, their bills depend on that money. And you'd rather risk that than something that's consistent with tax breaks and large back end payouts. And I know this is, it's education. And if there is one middle class hate, it's being educated, right? Because we don't have time to be educated about financial literacy when we're trying to learn about baseball players and who's going to the Final Four, who's going to the Super Bowl. Like, those are the things that are important in life, right? We can't possibly ask good questions in terms of how are we building our financial future? What are we leaving for our children? We can't be bothered with that. And I would just encourage you to just be a little bothered by it, right? And if you don't know what questions to ask, that's awesome. I have you covered. If you go to vorsainvestments.com, I actually have an ebook about questions to ask a syndicator. And I highly recommend that, if this is of any interest to you, to get the book, download it, ask me those questions, ask me the hard questions, and become educated. Know what diversification is. And I know I puke on the stock market a lot, but there is a place for it, right? It's just, don't have all your eggs in one basket. There is a place for a 401k, especially if you have an employer that's contributing to it. That's free money. And look, I am never one to turn down free money, but know your other options. Know that there is a self-directed retirement plan that would be a good fit for you. And you can actually manage that yourself. So if the economy does tank and the stock market goes way down and you lost your employer contributed to 401k, you still have assets over here that are going to make you money. You still have your self-directed IRA or 401k that's going to make you money. So it's really about diversification. Open the Amazon store. Those things are amazing for passive income, right? And so if you're starting late, and for me, I was a late starter, I've made up for it. But the later you start, the more you need to make up for that. And we're giving you very easy, viable options to make up for these things. So if you want to talk to me about opening an Amazon store, if you would like to talk to me about consistent passive income with tax breaks and large back end payouts, please get the book, How to Vet a Syndicator. And please jump on my calendar. It's vorsainvestments.com/book. And let's have a deeper dive into what your financial goals are. What are you wanting and how quickly do you need it? When is your retirement date? And it doesn't have to be 65, right? Like, we have the opportunity to grow wealth quickly enough. You can retire early and actually enjoy your latter years of life instead of, working at Walmart, working at Home Depot. And if that's your choice to do that, great. Because if you're afraid you're going to be bored, I got you covered there too, because I actually have a book for men and women of 100 things you can do when you retire. And none of them require working at Walmart or Home Depot. So if you'd like any of those resources, please visit my website, vorsainvestments.com, book a call with me, vorsainvestments.com/book, and I would love to help you build wealth and your financial journey and just all the great things that come with it. So thank you so much.